Yo, so Tennessee cop Megan Hall breaks her silence after being fired over sex scandal. She says she did say no. How did we see this coming? This is the white chick that was accused of sleeping with not one, not two, but six different officers. And she's married, by the way. And then one of the officers was started telling on the whole situation because she kept bragging that one of the black officers and her husband's size was bigger than his. So he started singing like a... But look, outside of that, this is what this woman has to say now. I know what most people are saying. Hall told the outlet, I could have said no, I get it. But my response is, I did say no. And he wouldn't take no for an answer. Eventually, I gave in from pressure. Of course you did. Then she says, my supervisors worked together to take advantage of my vulnerabilities and my mental health, Hall said, and they used it for their gain and for sexual favors. So hold on. You got mental health issues, but you're issued a badge, right? You got mental health issues, but you're given a badge and a gun and allowed to shoot and kill people at will. But somehow it's never been a problem. But now that you have given up your little thought box to six different officers on duty, now you want to use that as the thing to say, oh, they use my mental health against me. Your mental health wasn't a problem when you was being issued a badge for police duty in which you can have a gun to shoot and kill people at will. I think it should be an issue. If you had mental health issues, you probably shouldn't have been issued a gun. But it wasn't an issue before, but now it's an issue now that you... Listen, who do you even turn to when the chief of police is sexually harassing you? How could I get justice when the entire system, including the chief, not only condoned such behavior, but participated in it? She said, I was lost and I felt alone. And the women, I'm just going to say, I'm trying not to be lopsided towards y'all, but I'll be looking for y'all for some help and for some words when situations like this happen. Because I'm just going to say, I seen this coming from a mile away when the situation jumped off. When the situation jumped off and it was a white woman and mostly black men in that type of setting where it just went down like that. So we already know how that's going to go. She's going to be embarrassed that her family found out that she was this type of woman and that she let this go down like this, that she encouraged this, especially she got a husband. So she got to deal with the backlash and the embarrassment of dealing with her husband, her mom and her dad, her cousins, her sisters, her brothers, right? And all of this. And so you thought she was just going to take this quietly. I knew she would. Because this is never how this situation goes. It's always going to be on the little lily white, pure woman that they tricked me into doing all of this and this, that, and the other. Patrice O'Neal went through the same situation back in the day, and he almost was dealt life in jail because it happened to be a mayor's daughter, I believe, or she was in some way related to a mayor of some city. And Patrice O'Neal and a group of young men did time for that. One of the young men, Patrice said, never bounced back from that. He stayed crazy because he couldn't handle what happened when he went to jail and how he got harassed when he went to jail. All because this woman was willing to do everything, every little nasty thing that she wanted to do. But then once it was found out, and the story ran around school, once some other white guy leveraged that and told her if she don't do the same things to him, he gonna tell everybody in the school. At that point, she cried crocodile tears and said everybody caped her. And this is what we have here. as far as alleged, as far as what I think. She was the jump off. She willingly jumped off every little freaky cliff that she could get off into. She was married. You don't think that at any point in time that if she was being forced or being weirded out to do some different, you don't think she would have told her husband about that at no point in time? I mean, it just ain't adding up to me that she went through this with a whole squad of officers. And then now all of a sudden, weeks later, after it came out and she's dealt with the embarrassment and this, that, and that, now she can put her little secretary glasses on, put her little businesswoman suit on, and go sit next to her lawyer and play the victim and say that she was coerced into all of this behavior. Now, if she was coerced, hey, let's get her the right justice that she needs. But if she wasn't coerced, this is what I keep telling y'all. There's no repercussions for these women when they lie like this, if she's lying. Every time that women flat out say some stuff like this and it turns out to be untrue, they have no repercussions for these women. And my question is, why is it that not, if these men are facing however many years in jail for doing the things that they did to her, 2 to 5 years, whatever it is, why isn't she facing the same type of thing at the end of this trial? If this trial turns out, people said this, people said that, witnesses here, witnesses there, turns out she's lying, why isn't it that at the end of that woman is forced to go to jail for the time that she was trying to get those men to go to jail for? It's crazy that the law doesn't work like that in our favor. Because women, you got to admit, and when it's just you just saying whatever you want to say, just like the Michael Irvin case in the Super Bowl, she talked to Michael Irvin for 30 seconds and swore he said something inappropriate. Everybody believed it. They took him off the Super Bowl coverage and all this. Now he's suing them for $100 million because she worked for Marriott. And I'm just saying, what is the repercussion on the back end? If she hadn't worked for Marriott, what could Michael Irvin do? Because she ain't got no money. It would cost him more money to sue her, right? So just because she ended up working for Marriott, it worked out in his favor. He was able to file a lawsuit for $100 million. But if that had not been the case, then what? Then what? This man is facing jail, career, tragedy, all of that. But in return, if it comes out that she's lying, she's just like left to go about her life. It's crazy to me, man. It's crazy to me. And it's crazy that this woman is now able to come out and say that she was the victim in this whole dealing of debauchery that she had going on with all these officers. I just can't imagine that she was coerced or forced into this. But that's just me and my opinion. You tell me what you think. It's your boy P. Cam. Let me know what you think, what you don't think. Get at your boy.